if you think of, I don't remember how to draw this. Is that Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Sort of? That kind of it? Yeah.
It is now.
It is now. Wi-Fi. Right, well, this deeper mind, right? That's like Wi-Fi. It's always on, right? You're not always on it, but it's always on, right? And when you've got a good Wi-Fi connection, you can access anything you want when you want it, right? It's there. Now, we've also got, we've also got, is it 4G? Or what's bad cell when you don't have 4G? What's the,
3G?
3G or, well, or sometimes just G. Right, that's our personal thinking. It's like we can do that, but it's a limited connection. And we can use up data, right? You can get to a point where we've just been using too much and it stops working. Right, well that's the difference between the sort of universal mind and the personal mind. Between the potential and do it, I can do it, I'll do it myself, I can figure this out. Well, then thought is like the apps that you might have, right? And each app gives you a whole different set of experiences. And you can have an unlimited number of apps, theoretically, like there are new apps being developed every second, probably. Certainly there's dozens of new apps showing up every day. Well, that's thought, right? Whichever one you go into, it opens up a different world. If you're on Facebook, you have a totally different experience than if you're on Snapchat, than if you're on Calculator, than if you're in Microsoft Word, right? They're completely different. Well, consciousness is your device, right? It's whatever you use to access Wi-Fi. It's where the apps are. And now what happens if your phone's slowed down, right? What do you bless you. What do you do if everything's running slow? You either delete some apps, right? Which is like dropping thought, letting go of some of the thinking that's currently there, right? Or the other thing you can do is you can press the home button, right? Anytime you want, you can kind of go back to zero and start again. I thought that was a great metaphor, right? Because there's this always available potential, this always available access to whatever we need when we need it, that will guide us, right? That's mind. Then there's an infinite capacity for thought, but we can have too much thinking going on, right? Our consciousness can get overwhelmed and everything stops working very well because we got too much going on. We got too many apps open at the same time. Well, we can close down apps, we can delete apps, or we just press the home button and start again. I thought that was a nice, does that make sense? Right? It's the first time I've said it, but I thought that was a neat metaphor.